Welcome to Channel EMAC, your insight to the Australian visa system. Good day everyone, my name is Carl Young, your online YouTube visa consultant. Are you interested about migrating to Australia? Why don't you consider to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell on the side so once I have all the updates and news, you'll be the first one getting all the insight. Alright, we are on the verge of getting into a new financial year of 2024 and 25. So today when I'm recording this video, it's on the 29th of June 2024. So Monday will be the 1st July. So excited, but also we have just been through a very complex and, how should I say, well, not really uncertain, but really a very shaky 6 months of migration policy, haven't we? A lot of changes on the international education, passport level, education level, bans on certain institutions and all that kind of crabs, cutting a lot of quotas, refusals and all whatnot. This is all because of the so-called migration strategy planning. So let's review the migration strategy once again and see what else that we actually expect for the later of 2024. I mean, that's between July and December. So there will be a lot of new policy will be announced, and hopefully that will benefit you as well. So let's just get ready. I've done some specific videos previously explaining each of those sections, so you might want to review them, but in this video I would like to bring a whole broad view of what we expect for the next 6 months. All right, so let's jump into the migration strategy action plan, because it will be pretty straightforward to see what we expect for the latter half of 2024. So we have already seen the TISME being raised up, and in fact by Monday it will become 73,000 something. So it has increased a little bit more, and we have already seen the permanent pathway for all the employment sponsored visa. So in later, you can see in late 2024 we are expecting perhaps not, if it says late, you will be somewhere October, November, somewhere around there. We will see the new skills in demand visa to be out, which will actually replace the current employment sponsored visa, the TSS 482 visa, with 3 different streams. So one is a so-called the specialist skill pathway. Now this one is quite interestingly, it will actually accept high income earners who has an employment offer in Australia with somewhere it has been talked about above 120,000 annual to about 135 annual, but we don't know what figure that will be, so not until when they announce it. So what is actually on the specialist skill pathway? It's basically providing a pathway that you are there's no longer a requirement of selecting so-called occupation and go through the so-called skill occupation list, SOL. However, I believe you still need to demonstrate that you have some experience. Now currently they have dropped the employment sponsored visa from at least post-qualification 2-year experiences down to 1 year. So for that sake, for the high income earners with the employment offer in Australia, I believe some sort of work experiences requirement is still there, and also I think the English language requirement shall be there too. Now the question here is whether there will be any exemptions for English waiver or age waiver. That's something that no one has actually explains it, or will there be any out there? We'll need to wait until the actual policy to be out. And the other one is the core skill pathway. Now that will basically replace the current employment sponsored visa. Currently the Job Skills Australia is going through the so-called core skill occupation lists. A lot of people is scared that they will remove the chef and cook and all those kind of occupations. But we will see what happens when it comes out. So that will basically replace the current TSS 482 visa and merge the medium, long term and the short term list all together. Now previously they have separated them because the short term occupation list does not have a pathway to permanent residency, but now the government of Australia say yes, let's just do it, okay? Get them all into a permanent residency, well, provided if by May 2025 the Labor government continue to rule the Australia. If the party changes over, don't know what will happen. Anyway, until then. Okay, next one is that there will be another I think there will be another pathway. Another pathway is not so-called core, but it will basically replace the Dharma program we have seen previously, a couple of weeks, last week, with my video talking about the regional employment sponsorship and how they got a simplified Dharma program. So hopefully that will all come out by then with that all together. So we'll wait until that there. Now the next one is obviously the point test system. So it has already been consulted in early mid 2024, but it will be discussion paper released on early 2024, at which we have received interesting information from Grattan Institute. I've done a specific video on this one as well, so let's just have a read about it. Now this is not the final version. Now they do not have information yet saying that when they will actually implement it. So if not late 2024, then it will be perhaps the first quarter of 2025. So what they're trying to match is that they will have the maximum points for age. I mean, this is very small, but you may want to magnify your, put this on the smart TV rather than reading it on the on your smartphone. But anyhow, I'll read them out. So the age, you will have points, the maximum point for 100 points from age between 21 and 29, and since starting from age 30 onwards, they'll have a 5-point drop until 0, and they still incentivize IELTS with the excellency on the IELTS 8 with 90 points, IELTS 7 with 45 points. Education. Now here's the key here, the differences between the future system, the proposed future system is towards the existing system, is that the education qualification does not advance or advantage to the Australian studies. So people study in MIT, Harvard, Oxford, anywhere else, they will be counted with the same points. So studying Australia will not have that advantage anymore. So should you still study Australia? Well, of course, yes, because you study in Australia, you get, a temporary graduate visa, and then you can work and possibly get an employment sponsor through the so-called skills in demand visa. Anyway, now, so the points for PhD is 60 points, bachelor and master will be 45, and the bachelor, for any education for university from the top 20, you get 45 points, and then you got bachelor or higher, you get 30 points, and certificate 3 or higher, 15 points. Occupation suitable, you need to be within skill level 1, 2, 3, so that's will be the same. So managerial, professional, and the trades, but trades don't really stack up to the actual points required there. And then the skill work experiences, if you have 2-year minimum overseas or Australia work experiences in skill level 1, you get 50 points. You get skill level 2, you get 15 points. Skill level 3, you get no points. And that's what I'm saying. If you continue to be a tradie, it's very disadvantaged on there. High pay, it depends on how much you get paid for per annum. You get different points, community language, and then your partner got extra point with the English and their education as well. So that will be the new system. It will be, I think some people likes it, some people dislikes it. For example, people aiming to become a chef or cook or carpenter or the mechanics, they'll say, oh, damn, how can I get IELTS 7 if I'm carpenter and I don't get any further points towards the education and also work experiences at all. So they really disadvantages those trades occupations. Now, last but not least, what we expect in later of this year is, of course, the what they gotta do with the BIT program. That's the business investment visa. And also the global talent. So global talent will, they basically had, well, 2 years ago, they have shut the 1AA visa already. Now, recently I have received information and comments regards to a mass number of refusal on certain country or passport holders as the 188 visa applicants. Now, only a certain country or passport. I haven't seen any other country or passport holder being, massively refused. So we're still in the process of getting out of information. Why was this done? And will other country passport holders experience the same? Still a question mark there. Now, global talent will continue to be there. However, the BIT program and global talent will merge into a so-called national innovation visa. Okay, a national innovation visa will if they are in the globe, so I believe this is what it's gonna be like. So national innovation visa will have two streams. So one stream is matching exactly what global talent is actually offering at the moment, plus a little bit of different stuff. And the other stream is somewhere towards investment type of visa there. So we can see a glimpse of information here. It says that go back one paragraph. It says the forthcoming national innovation visa through a new visa government will provide permanent visa pathway. So it does have a pathway to permanent. Whether or not they get permanent residency straight away or not, we don't know. And I believe this will also counter towards what we have seen in the past video in regards to regional migration, whether the high income earners go into regional if they become if they do some sort of investments or entrepreneurship in regional Australia, they have pathway to permanent residency. So no detail yet, but it's exciting to see what they will come out with. So these will be high performing entrepreneur that will actually matches what I have predicted in regards to regional parts. But whether or not they're going to do this on the suburban area, we don't know. Major investor, the same. Now, how do they categorize major investor? How much money should the project to be worth with, or investment fund to be, the amount of investment fund? Global researchers. So this is basically very similar to what global talent has offered previously, but how would they merge the idea of global talent with the previous business innovation investment visa? It will be pretty interesting to know. And we all know that this is coming out by the consultation in begin early and mid 2024. Now we haven't seen any document yet because it considers developing new talent and innovation visa. This is exactly what we have seen here. Now they don't call it talent innovation visa, but they actually call it now national innovation visa. So that will be the updates for this week. So the exciting upcoming second half of 2024. So we are expecting skills in demand visa, expecting probably, hopefully, because what they say, if we go back here, they're saying this national innovation visa will be out in late 2024. So don't know, but that will be there. And the last but not least that most people want to know is that general skill migration. So how would the new point testing system will be out? Now, before it's out, I don't think they will give in too much of the quota to the state and territory nomination. So until then, I don't think much of the invitation will be there, but don't know. We have been through COVID, post-COVID. We have seen so many changes. The government changes over, everything overhaul. Now it overhaul again. Talked about the housing crisis. Now, how about the U.S. elections? How will that actually affect the policy in Australia? Well, it will, because in my channel, I often talking about the geopolitical issue, because that actually affects a lot of strategy and policies. For example, all these visa refusals somehow is indirectly affected by geopolitics. Anyway, should you have more question, query, more than welcome to leave comment right down below, and I see you next video. Goodbye.